Anyway, guys, it's time to shift gears a little bit. Dan Tavius video. All right. Here's what I want to say to you guys. Make sure that after we react to this and put it up there, that you go under Dan Tavius's thing and you say, play WoW with Papa Gut. That's number one. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it's been a while since I've done some of this stuff. He got me back into WoW, and then he decided that he was going to stop playing for like a month. So, you know, you're a jerk. Anyway, this is called Going Down the TikTok Conspiracy Rabbit Hole. Let's get this started before I do. If any moment in this video resonates with you, funny, smart, whatever, timestamp below. I really appreciate that. Let's get this party started, dude. Let's get this party started.
Is defined as someone who is incredible. A conspiracy theorist is defined as someone who is incredibly based and also very, very smart.
Very true. Just like Sneeko.
At least that's how they would define themselves. But in reality, most of them are morons. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every conspiracy theory is ridiculous. I mean, Kennedy definitely got whacked by the CIA. I think we can all agree on that one. But they start to lose me with
Is that still a conspiracy?
So stuff like this.
Now, if we think about it, our moon could be fake and not an original sustainer of our Earth.
Why?
I mean, Mercury
Why would we do that?
and Venus don't have moons. So could the moon just be a high technological place where they do secret
I also don't think that they have water or people on those planets. So
galactic things?
Now, the way I see it, there are 4 levels of schizos on the internet. Level 1 is your basic ground level conspiracy theorists. They believe in stuff like the moon landing is fake, Bush did 9/11, the female.
yeah, I'm with the South Park guys on the 9/11 thing. I feel like it's a cope that people are say because they just don't want to believe that we got attacked in such a terrible way.
Orgasm is real, stuff like that.
True.
Your level 2 schizos are your QAnon types. They are very, very distrustful of the government to an unhealthy level. Then you got your level 3s. Not only are they distrustful of the government,
And it's weird that they're all white, you know, because I understand why black people might be distrustful and indigenous people might be distrustful of the government because we did some fucked up shit to them. But all these white people, I don't trust the government. Why? Because my taxes are a little high. It's like, okay, well, that's cool. I mean, all the corruption, I'm pretty sure like all the corruption in America is like known about. Like our taxes are just not going to where they should be going. We know about that. We know that there's huge like issues where it seems like they have like politicians have like insider trading information and stuff. So it's like, you know, we just don't seem to care enough about what's going on. That's the unfortunate reality. Is like we just don't really care enough about what's happening.
Government, but also of reality itself. This is like your flat earth types or your hollow earth types or your cube earth.
Wow.
That's new. Now, a level 4 schizo is someone who is so enlightened, so open-minded that it almost seems like they're suffering from a mental disability. But the reality is they're just on a different mental wavelength than us sheep. In this video,
That's a fact.
we're going to be discussing conspiracy theories that I found on TikTok, and all of them are going to be in that level 3 and 4 range.
TikTok, did you guys know I have that?
So buckle up.
This is gonna sound crazy, but just hear me out. Outback Steakhouse is a part of some satanic cult. Here's a tea and evidence.
Why Outback Steakhouse? Well, I could believe it because I'm pretty sure that's from Australia. And you know, because I don't want to get whacked by the Illuminati, the Aussie Illuminati. Get the joke up.
So there are multiple Outback Steakhouse locations where if you connect all of them like connected dots, they make a pentagram. I'm talking Indiana, New York, Idaho, and so much.
I feel like that has to be true with like everything. You could probably do that with McDonald's 17,000 times over. What?
More. What is going on?
That would explain the absolutely demonic shits I take every single time I eat there.
It's fair. Okay.
We have all been.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never been to an Outback Steakhouse. I'm sorry, but I've never been there.
Programmed to believe that there is no land at the North Pole.
Are we programmed to believe that? What?
We have all been programmed to believe that there is no land at the North Pole.
I'll be real with you. I always thought that there was land at the North Pole. Nobody ever told me that there wasn't. I don't think I was programmed by anything. I know there's ice there, but I would imagine most of the ice is on the land or would be on land. You know, there's like most of the ice that I try to get into my drink falls on the fucking floor. It's annoying as hell. And then I gotta remake more ice for my wife because we don't have like an automatic ice maker, and it's just annoying.
Just a bunch of ice sheets, nothing to see here. What if I told you that this is far from the truth? No?
What the fuck would I do about it if it was true? If there was a magical base there? What am I gonna do? Oh, I gotta go there right now. I'm gonna take a flight. What? Who gives a shit?
Is the North Pole home to the most exceedingly high mountain in the world, Mount Zion, the mountain of God, which is spoken about all throughout the Bible? It is also home to Paradise, the Garden of Eden, which is still here to this day.
Go there. Go check that out. Go check that out, man. Go do that.
This one can very easily be proven if you just went to the North Pole, okay? It's not that hard. Just go to Alaska, get on a boat, and go north.
This is one of the first ever
I knew Alaska was the North Pole.
maps created of the North Pole in the 1500s. That mountain in the middle, it is called the Rupus Nigra.
Whoa, dude, we cannot say that word, brother. What are you doing? You're gonna get it's a little too sussy, brother.
It's straight from Wikipedia. Rupus Nigra.
Okay, bro, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to say that.
The Rupus
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Nigra is a black rock.
Okay.
Stop it. I know he's not saying a slur, YouTube, so don't demonetize. Well, I don't care about that, but don't come after me. Stop it, dude. It's making me sad.
I am now convinced that the only reason he made this video was to have an excuse to say the N-word.
Absolutely. Do you guys remember that guy, that teacher Luke, who would just use like TikTok or like education as an excuse to say the N-word over and over and over again as many times as possible, and he would get away with it. And then apparently recently he got caught trying to like date like a kid or something like that. You guys didn't know that part. You guys didn't know that teacher Luke, if you even know who I'm talking about, is a fucking creep. Who would have thought the guy that goes and yeah, here it is. U.S. teacher and TikTok star accused in Thailand of having sex with a teenager. Yeah. It's never a red flag when people will move to other countries like that. You never. What?
Not to mention Rupus Nigra.
Stop it!
Did you know? So apparently the English language is full of spells that we cast upon ourselves.
Oh my god. Is that why I'm so fucking fat?
Think about it. We awake in the morning. What is awake? Pretty sure that's a funeral. So
Are we casting a spell to kill ourselves? Jesus, if I knew that. Awake, awake, awake! No, I'm just kidding.
we awake in the morning. Oh, like mourning the death of something?
Oh, dude, this guy's getting me.
And then we go to work all week. You know, like week.
Like when I have cheese on my wiener and it's like, oh, Kraft macaroni and cheese, we should probably eat that. It's me not showering is not an excuse not to go down there. Okay, babe?
So we work on the weekdays, like weekdays, in a state of stunned confusion.
And it makes us feel weak going to work. I'm figuring it out.
So you know, we work all week until the weekend when we're, weekend. And the reason we even go to work is to earn a living, earn
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that, dude. You're fucking getting me right now.
living, like put our living in an earn. Sounds like we're getting the weekend of the deal. See?
Shit. Oh, the weekend of the deal. I'm gonna come.
Weekend. Let's not mention the fact that they literally call it spelling.
Why the fuck would I need
write
to
in
have
cursive? Well,
just
we
dragon?
used to. Let's break down the word child. Chai, old, like chai as in chi, like a vital life force. Old, so like a vital life force getting old. How about parents?
Wow, you're doing it, dude. You're making me literally shit my pants.
Pair who rents the child. Don't even get me started
Rent the child. What the hell are you talking? What the fuck is going on here?
on what words used to mean and what they mean now.
Why can't I control my own dragon?
Like the word nice in Latin, it literally means ignorant. There's so
Okay, yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. Oh my god, this is crazy.
many double meanings to so many words. It's crazy. This rabbit hole is deep, y'all.
Did bro just discover words or something? What's going on here? When I first saw this, I was like, there's no fucking...
What Reddit post do you think that he read that? Ha! Oh, Reddit? Read it? Oh my fucking god. What the hell is this? It's a fucking demon. Oh my god, it flies.
fucking way this guy's serious. He's either a nitrous oxide addict or he's trolling right now. But I started browsing some of his other videos and no, he is not trolling. This man is 100% serious. Like his third eye is so open that it's giving him brain damage. And then I started
I got a third eye, if you know what I'm saying. Sometimes my wife puts rods in it.
looking at the comments thinking that everybody's going to be shitting on him. But no, this man has convinced a lot of people that the English language is black magic.
It is black magic, dude. It's crazy. What color?
Whenever it's a
do they
full
use?
moon, people become crazy. They have said this for centuries. It was only the scientists that caught up about 50 to 75 years ago that figured out the human body is 70% water and the moon pulls
Oh my god, the moon is pulling my water.
on us too, just like it pulls on the tides. So people become crazy under full moons. That's why they call it lunatics.
This actually explains a lot because once a month,
I mean, listen, I wouldn't, unironically, I wouldn't doubt that there could be something to, I honestly wouldn't doubt that there might be something. Oh, that's not what I wanted to press. There might be something to like the, I don't know. there might be something to the idea that the full moon could have an impact on the way like our bodies work. I don't know. I mean, I'm a little spiritual, so I could see that being a thing. I don't know if that's actually true, but I guess it could be, you know?
Month, I wake up naked in a man's bed with no recollection of how I got there. So,
oh my God, dude, that's crazy. It's weird because somebody always wakes up in my bed every month. Thank you so much, Fernando Fraganois. How do you say that? Frangosi? I think I got it, dude. Thank you so much for the $1, Fraggle Rock. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
it's the full moon making me gay. All right? I'm not actually gay. It's just the moon messing with my brain chemistry.
I'll give you my full moon. Oh, it stops, yeah.
You can't tell me giants and giant things didn't exist. Look at the grains.
It still does, if you know what I'm saying, guys.
On top of that tree stump, that's classed as a mountain. Oh, you know, nothing to see here, just a giant person asleep.
Nothing to see here, guys. Just using AI to make pictures for you.
On top of a mountain. Almost reminds me of, you know, Moana. And maybe just this elephant head on a mountain.
Reminds me of Moana.
Wow. Yeah, nothing to see here. It's only a human face on the side of a mountain.
Oh.
No, they're not toes. That's not a man between some giant toes.
God.
Surely not. No.
I like me some giant toast, man. I would love toast.
I feel like this is a symptom of what happens when you literally never go outside. Like if this man just stepped out of his gamer dungeon for 5 minutes, he would immediately notice that some things just look like other things. I just realized that photo kind of looks like my room right now. I guess it's true what they say. People in stone houses shouldn't throw glass. But my point still stands, okay? If you go outside, you'll notice.
Took me a second to realize the joke.
That things just resemble other things, okay? Take this rock formation, for example. Just because it looks like a giant schlong does not mean that it was a giant schlong, okay? And if it
might be. It might be. I would go test it out, see if it's true.
Was, good for him. But you know what? He is British, and they think that this is good food, so
what is that? That is a good point, though. They're fucking wild.
It's not that big of a surprise that he believes this stuff. But unfortunately, I did some digging and, you know, this is more of a widespread belief than I thought.
So tell me, do you believe, was Disney trying to tell us something?
I think they were just trying to make money, brother. So. See, this is work.
Some things are just an optical illusion, right? Well, is this an optical illusion? Look at that and tell me you don't know what that is. Go ahead and tell me that.
I mean, it looks like an alligator.
Confidently.
Or maybe a crocodile. I'm not an expert. Guys. Don't yell at me for that one.
Mean it. Because you know darn well what that is. You can see it. No, that's not a carving. That's a petrified animal from the days of old. There's plenty of statues on this earth that are thousands of years old. Now, what if they were petrified beings?
Now, I know what you guys are thinking. These guys are insane. They're probably high on PCP. And they probably smell like ass. All of these things are true, but they might be onto something. This conspiracy goes a lot deeper than you'd think. In fact, one person might have been killed for trying to expose it.
Oh my God, dude. I knew it? Maybe? I don't know.
On April 9th, 2022, Andrew Dawson posted a video of what appeared to be a giant standing on top of a mountain in Canada.
Person, dude.
Shit. How do we know that's a giant? Is that not depth perception? You know, is that just like a perception of depth?
No, seriously, pull over, pull over. There's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, if you seen what I seen right now?
The video went insanely
They're going to try to get rid of my man Bingle over here.
viral, getting 17 million views. And I guess Andrew just couldn't resist the dopamine hit, so he decided to go back to the mountain multiple times to try to get a less shitty video of the creature. But he was starting to bring a lot of unwanted attention. Some people didn't.
Maybe the giant himself was like, we got to stop this guy. He's telling everybody where my house is, and it's kind of pissing me off because they keep trying to come visit me, and I'm just trying to be alone. It's fucking annoying as hell. That's why I go to the mall by myself. And then my wife's like, well, can I come with you? That sounds like a lot of fun. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I guess so. And then you're just like, okay, whatever. And then you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I wanted to be alone, but like, I guess no big deal, whatever.
Want him recording anymore.
I just got stopped by like some CIA agent. He told me to turn around and said I'm trespassing. I said it's a public area, like a public park or whatever.
It's crazy how you somehow got this pretend picture of a Santa Claus or whatever the fuck on the mountain, but you couldn't get a video of the CIA agent. That seems really interesting to me. I believe
some local told me to take this path. I didn't get it on camera, but I'm going to go again tomorrow and be prepared to be filming right now because he stopped the vehicle.
So you weren't prepared to film that time. Of course, that makes no sense. Why would you be prepared to film then? But this time, you're prepared to film. You're going to be prepared. What? Weren't you going there to find a better... weren't you going there to find Bigfoot? Oh my god, my wife's in the chat saying I'll never go anywhere with you again. I was kidding, baby. Jesus Christ. I'm joking. I wanted to go with you out today. Jesus Christ. God. So sensitive. Women, am I right, guys? Freaking stinky. Anyway, you get my point.
Blocking it. Said some like, environmental issue was going on. I don't know. He told me to go back and said I was trespassing.
The CIA didn't want Andrew snooping around there anymore for some reason.
Yep.
Even though this was Canada, so why would the CIA even be... You know what? Don't think
That's true, dude.
about it too hard. Andrew wasn't about to let the
No, because we own the world. It makes perfect sense.
CIA get in the way of his quest for the truth. So he told that agent to go fuck himself, and he kept going back to the mountain.
The guy's here again. Yeah, this is him.
Oh shit! He's got a nice car. He's got. It looks like he's got a. What is that thing called? Hell dog, hellbird. What is it called? Hellcat. Got him.
What's going on?
Road's closed. Turn around.
Really?
Yeah, man. Just turn around, please.
So there's just like a car there. We don't get to see the guy. Nothing.
Oh, okay. Have a good night, man. So that was fucked up.
That definitely couldn't be his friend in a Hellcat. Okay, incredible. Definitely.
Days after that incident, Andrew posted this video on April 16th.
Oh shit. Oh god.
So that's the same vehicle from.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's gonna die.
He went radio silent after this post.
Oh my
Everybody
god,
assumed that the CIA whacked him. 3 weeks later, on May 6th,
maybe they whacked me off.
he finally posted an update.
Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment.
Oh my god, dude. Next level play. Holy fuck. They're all fake, guys. I'm not saying this under duress. This is so stupid.
Now, this of course made people really suspicious. Bro was acting weird as hell, and it was almost like there was someone behind that camera holding a gun.
Oh,
After that, he disappeared again for 10 days, until he posted this video.
You might not see me post ever again.
This guy's a fucking genius. I think he's just being stupid as hell. He's like, I'm gonna fuck with people, makes it seem like there's something going on here. This is so stupid. Holy fuck.
My videos weren't fake.
Clearly something was up, and Andrew was
God.
terrified that he was gonna get whacked.
Andrew!
But that still wasn't enough
That one was a little bit on me. I'm gonna be absolutely real with you.
to stop his quest for the truth, because the next day, he went back to the mountain.
What is that?
What the hell? Oh,
This was the last video Andrew Dawson would ever post. Now, guys, there's a very real chance that our boy Andrew staged this whole thing. I'd say
no, that's not true. There's like maybe a 1% chance, but I doubt it. This guy's honest as hell. He's being honest, dude. He's a real one. He's a registered nurse.
about a 97% chance. But I'm really holding out for that 3% that he was tortured and killed in a CIA black site. Because that would be cool.
Can we expose the real reason why dinosaurs are not here today? I'm not taking any chances.
Well, they aren't like crocodiles, dinosaurs or something. No, that's a cool looking ram.
So they
Looks like a Dodge Ram.
said white dinosaurs are extinct because an asteroid hit the Earth.
Yeah.
Well, my theory is that they were killed by the aliens. So these asteroids just hit directly all
I've never
over
thought of that before in my entire life. Holy shit! I've never ever thought. Like, no, I've never heard anybody say that. That's fucking crazy.
the planet, killing all of the dinosaurs.
Oh my god!
It gotta be something else for me.
Not the dinglesaurs.
You telling me these asteroids hit all of the dinosaurs and they're all just went extinct? Well, I say them asteroids.
No, that's not actually at all. By the way, just to be clear, the theory isn't everybody died. I think the theory is that they had like a pretty profound impact on like the local infrastructure, and like different types of animals and dinosaurs or whatever started to things started to evolve and change. Like things that could stay up in trees, I think, did better, and the stuff in the water did better. But like on the land, it was difficult to survive because there was a big change. So no, it's not that like everybody just died. I'm a little rusty on my knowledge here, guys. Don't quote everything I'm saying, but
were actually missiles.
You put me in an empty room with nothing but a bucket of meth. For 10 years, I could not come up with something this stupid.
that's
Marvel
crazy.
movie. They were supposed to upgrade humanity's consciousness to a very high vibration and destroy the planet. Same thing in
That's
Prometheus.
crazy.
Now, there has been talk about dinosaurs being on the center of the Earth
All
also.
these movies are just trying to tell us something without telling us. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
You know, Hollow Earth theory, where China found an underground forest. If you've ever watched the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth, they went there and they saw dinosaurs.
Right, that must be real. That must actually be a real thing that happened. I guess it's in a fucking movie. Incredible.
They already showed us in the movie Jurassic World how it is living with dinosaurs. We wouldn't be able to survive, so they had to get off the...
I don't even think that that's actually what dinosaurs looked like, by the way. Just to be clear. It sounded like. I think that apparently they had more. They were a little more colorful. They had some like cool feathers and stuff like that. Kind of gay, actually, if you think about it. But whatever, it's not. It's because it's cool. Let's not think about it being gay.
The planet.
One thing that these conspiracy theorists do all the time that I think is hilarious is they will cite a fictional movie as if it's a real historical event.
It is.
So did this Anunnaki group, or aliens, whatever you want to call them, missiled off the dinosaurs for the evolvement of humans? It's just kind of hard to believe the destruction of dinosaurs came from asteroids.
She says it's hard to believe that the destruction of the dinosaurs...
The destruction of my fucking ass comes from hemorrhoids, so who's to say?
It came from an asteroid. It's hard to believe, she says. But aliens shooting them with missiles, that makes perfect sense.
It makes a lot more sense, guys, okay? Because aliens are basically humans, and humans control the world, so it must be that. Can I just bubble out of this?
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets...
Oh my god, they're all saying the same thing. It must be scripted.
Okay, well, that was creepy as hell. You know, after watching that, it's easy to see why people are so distrustful of the media. I mean, no wonder there's so many conspiracies.
Yeah. I wonder why they had to do that. I could probably just Google it and it gives us like a decent answer. Like, oh, they did that because there was actually misinformation going on and every news station wanted to band together to combat it. And it's like, oh, okay, that's what I would imagine. But
conspiracy theorists these days, it's almost impossible to get the full unbiased story in the news. Or at least, that's what I thought until I found out about the sponsor of today's video, Ground News.
Oh, shit. Ground beef.
News makes it easy to compare articles from different media outlets and to see multiple perspectives on the same topic. I mean, we are literally having congressional hearings about UFOs and aliens and shit. So let me show you what it's like to read a story like that on Ground News. Up top, there's a quick summary of the issue, and I can see that there's over 100 sources reporting on it. So it's probably pretty legit. If I scroll down, I can compare headlines and read full articles from different sources.
Yeah, but who wants to read? Go!
Down, I get the full bias distribution for the story, which is pretty even. Turns out everybody cares about alien invasions. It's like the one thing that brings our country together. But they do have a blind spot feed that shows you which breaking news stories have the most bias. These are stories that only one side of the political spectrum is covering. Stories you might miss if you're stuck in a bubble. I gotta say, Ground News is pretty based, and I think they're more important now than ever when everybody's so divided. So check them out at ground.news/Dantavius and get a free trial using my link. Thank you, Ground News, for sponsoring this video.
Yeah, do that. Check that out, guys. All right, that's why I like to watch the that's why I like to watch the the ads if I'm reacting to a video. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever thought about why an iPhone has its name? When Apple says I, it literally means I. iPhones are watching us, listening to us, and seeing everything we're doing. And
oh my god! Yeah, my eyes also listen to things. This is fucking so crazy. I think it's just supposed to make you feel like it's your phone.
I have this link to the Illuminati. Don't believe me? What's Siri spelled backwards?
Okay, bro. What the fuck?
Oh, Iris. Okay. You ever think that they were just like, hey, what if we made it Siri? Because that's Iris backwards. Oh, that's cool. That's probably pretty much it, but yeah, I know.
What do you want me to do? Use an Android? Not gonna happen.
What's Android backwards? Detroit? What the fuck? That's not true. I don't know if that is that true? Shit, if that's true, I'm a good backwards reader guy. That's pretty cool. Did we not queue up?
You guys remember the Roman Empire? You know, it was pretty famous. They even had a TV.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never really got to see it.
Show based on it. Well, one woman on TikTok claims that the Roman Empire never existed.
It always blows my mind talking to people.
I believe that because there's no way Italians could have accomplished anything. All right, especially since they're all the ones in the unions in the New York subway unions. I'm just busting chops.
People who have invested their lives in the study of ancient Rome.
What the fuck is happening here? What are you doing, girl? What the fuck is this? Why would you have? What are you doing? Just got a whole filter on. That's fucking wild.
Because y'all don't seem to realize it didn't exist. It is a figment of the Spanish Inquisition's imagination.
Now, my first thought upon hearing this was like, of course Rome exists. The city of Rome is still there to this day. How do you explain that?
The city of Rome was created by the Vatican after the Great Western Schism. It was cow fields until the 1500s.
Oh my god, the Great Western Schism. I remember that. Thank you so much. I can't even know how to pronounce your fucking name, bro. Cabell? With the $2 D. I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know what the hell's going on there, bro. But thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate that.
Okay, well, what about the Colosseum or Trajan's Column? I'm sure they carbon dated that shit, and it's way older than 500 years.
What about places like the Colosseum, or Trajan's Column, or Roman inscriptions written on things? You cannot radiocarbon date stone. Trajan's Column matches
Is that true? I don't know.
another column from Greece, indicating that it was dragged there.
Oh my god. Oh, don't they have similar structures though also? Isn't that part of it? Wait, am I just doing this on my regular mount and it's giving me credit? That's fucking awesome. But can't you just this is not supposed to work. But yeah, no, everything aside, like didn't they have like a similar infrastructure, Greek and Rome? They even had like the same gods. They just had different names, so it was the same like mythology. What?
The thing on top of it is a statue of the Pope, added much later.
Okay, but didn't the ancient
Or
Chinese...
do you think it was the Pope, or do you think it was the poop? Did you ever think about that? You didn't.
mention the Roman Empire? There's proof right there.
What about ancient
He just said that there's poop right there.
Chinese mentions of the great Roman Empire? Those don't exist.
God damn, bro.
Did they even know about each other? How does that work?
There's an answer for everything. Now, I'm no historian. Well, actually, I am a historian because I have a history degree from DeVry. So as a historian,
okay,
I say this woman is full of shit, in my professional opinion.
Antarctica is sketchy.
It's true. I've never seen a single ant there. A lot of uncles. A lot of men. There's a lot of guys there. I'm not kidding. A lot of guys. Oh, fuck!
Every single country has signed a treaty that you can't do anything in Antarctica. No one can go to certain areas in Antarctica, and no one can own Antarctica. Hitler at one point went to Antarctica.
I was thinking of Alaska. Oops.
With like 40-something virgin women. Isn't that bizarre? He has a documented voyage to Antarctica with like 40 virgin women.
I think he just likes saying Antarctica.
I swear you can say whatever the hell you want as long as you pretend to be on a podcast and put creepy music in the background. People will believe you.
There's this theory that Russian scientists found a hyper-intelligent sea monster in Antarctica called Organism 46b. In Antarctica...
Wow. Why would you know the name of it? There's this theory that this happened. By the way, here's the hyper-specific name that Russia supposedly named it. Oh, okay.
Layers to the ice, so it goes very, very deep. These Russian scientists drilled for 30 years through the ice, and then they finally breached into a lake. 3 of these scientists, they go down to explore the lake, and they're attacked and killed by a massive octopus-like creature. The next day, the remaining scientists had...
Did they get a picture of it, like the Bigfoot guy?
Gone out again to look for this creature, and they had managed to get it into a cage and trap the creature. And when they had come back up from the bottom of the ice, they just told the media that they saw nothing. But the story is that this thing is now back in Russia, and they're using it in the military.
Dude, I actually knew that. I actually knew that one.
Now, another common thing I've noticed on TikTok is that if two people look slightly similar, that can't just be a coincidence. There has to be something more going on.
Yeah, there's like people that are like, oh, this is Papa Guy, this is you. The guy who fucks peanut butter is me. Any guy with a beard really on TikTok is apparently me, so just keep that in mind, guys. You've seen me a lot on there.
Is the answer to one of the most brutal, unsolved murders of all time Katy Perry? Is she actually murdered child pageant star John Benet Ramsey? John Benet, who happens to
John Benet? Oh my god, I love those things. They're so delicious.
look a lot like Katy Perry, was never murdered, and it was all a lie. John Benet's parents faked her death and the ransom note because they wanted to get her away from the child pageant scene because she already had a few known creepy men fixating on her. P-words, and people trying to take
True, that makes sense.
advantage of her and wanted to use her talent and star quality when she was older. Even their parents look eerily similar if they just got older and aged a bit. How does this photo look like both of them at the same time?
That's not even the only Katy Perry clone theory.
That doesn't really look like Katy Perry to me. Okay, that's racist against white people to say that all white women look the same.
That's Zoe Deschanel. That's Katy Perry. They do look too similar to me, and maybe that's just my conspiracy mind.
Zoe Deschanel looks like somebody else, but not Katy Perry. I can't remember who it is that I'm thinking of, but she looks like somebody familiar. Thank you, Randy Orton. The $5. You're so fucking weird. I have a theory that Papa God only hates CM Punk because he promised to bring back the WWE ice cream bars but never delivered. Yeah, how did you know, dude? That's fucking crazy.
I'm calling it clones.
Oh,
maybe some conspiracies are true.
Come on, not this guy again. This guy's like my son. The more I try to get away from him, the more he shows up. I'm just gonna play another video on the same topic because I'm tired of seeing the schlemiel.
So automatically they looked so similar. People thought they were sisters. Is it because one of them is a clone? Well, I was just wondering.
You know why they don't do this theory for black people? Because then the white people would legitimately be called racist for this. Oh, so you're saying that they all look the same, you piece of shit? And it's like, not all.
What about their mom, you know? So I decided to look into both of their mothers. When you look at pictures of their mothers pregnant with them, you'll find none.
You know, I've seen this point brought up a lot in conspiracy circles. I think it's a really dumb point, okay? Like, there are no pictures of my mom pregnant with me either. That doesn't mean I'm a clone, right?
I don't even know if there are pictures of my mom pregnant with me. I was a big fucking kid. Thank you for the $2 from Fernando Frangois, I don't remember. I think I called you Mr. Fraggle before, but I feel that's too disrespectful. But anyway, hey Papa, what's the difference in classic WoW versus regular WoW? Great question. Nothing. No, there is a pretty big difference. The really fundamental difference is that this is retail. We call it retail. Is more difficult on a micro level. Like it's more difficult to control because there's like more buttons you have to press and like more you have to remember. But you know, it's not necessarily as fulfilling. And the macro game is usually easier because there's so many different types of it. That's pretty much it. The other one has like an older feel. It's a little like, more relaxing. It's a little calmer. It's a little slower. I enjoy that part of it. The classes feel like they have more unique identities. That's pretty much what it is. People will say like, no. Classic WoW is so much harder. Not really. I mean, the hard part of it was like the macro game, getting people to being able to get 40 people together. Season of Discovery only has the raid's only 20, which is good, but you know, that's really where the difficulty lies into. So it's just different, honestly. I'm just playing games. You know what I mean? I'm just having a little bit of fun. It's interesting that there's so many different types of the WoW.
Clone? There's no way I'm a clone. Who the hell are you?
Me?
Oh shit, we're angry video game nerding.
A clone. You've been exposing too many secrets, Danny, so the higher ups sent me to whack you and take your place.
It's ridiculous.
I wouldn't want people to call me Danny personally. I hate it when they do. I have some family members who call me Danny, and I'm just like, all right, but they're allowed to say because you know they've known me since I was young. But it just feels weird. It feels like you're calling me like an infant, you know. So
you're not gonna kill. Sorry about that, guys. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, clones.
What do all of these celebrities have in common? Well, people everywhere believe that these are all clones, so let's talk about it. It starts with viral clips of these so-called malfunctions, such as Katy Perry's eye twitching or Eminem being non-responsive. While
my eye twitches sometimes. That's just me malfunctioning. I mean, really, we're just organic computers if you look at it. Like I get stress twitches. So.
Interviews. And there's countless videos of many other celebrities having similar experiences all over the internet, leading many to believe that they were indeed cloned. With the most recent example,
I might be fat, but at least I don't eat 2 Jack in the Box meals like Tipster. You don't know that. You don't know what I eat. Also, I'm like not even anywhere near that big. Just to be clear.
Being not of an exact malfunction, but
just
rather
to be
Kanye West now being taller than ever before.
Those are just a few of the many celebrities.
Maybe he jelked his knees. I don't even know what I'm talking about, brother.
Who have supposedly been cloned. I'm going to talk about a few of the more famous cases, and stick around because this whole cloning rabbit hole goes very deep. We're going to get to like the bottom layer of the schizo iceberg on this one. Let's start with Kanye West. On October 8th, 2022, Kanye, or Ye as he's known now, tweeted, "I'm a bit sleepy tonight. When I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people."
Oh my God, not my peoples. Not my people, brother.
The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew. A month later,
wow, incredible. He's so stupid.
Later, Ye officially began his campaign for president of the United States. He quickly got together a team of the best gay neo-Nazis in the country.
True.
And started doing a bunch of interviews where he was saying some interesting things.
What schools are doing is exactly what the CIA does with Pixar films and Disney films.
What's
they
that?
make Bambi's mom die in the beginning, right? And all
what?
Off that pain comes a purchase of ice cream.
With each interview,
I don't remember him saying that, bro. That's so deep. I don't know what the depth is. I don't know what's in the depth there, but it is deep.
Ye kept getting more and more unhinged, and this reached the climax when he went on Alex Jones's show.
That's right. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that or demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also.
It seemed like
Jesus Christ, he's so stupid.
This was going to go on for a while, but this would actually be the last interview Ye ever did up to this point. You see, one night Ye was sitting on his couch flipping through the channels when he came across the movie 21 Jump Street, and at some point,
yes, and then he's like, "Oh, Jonah Hill's so funny. I like Jewish people now."
During the film, Ye realized he liked Jewish people again.
Watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again. No one should.
What the hell? Why everybody's using all this AI for that? We just watched another video that used an AI thing to read. Everybody's using AI to read. This is so weird. Oh my God. So bizarre. I'm getting old fast.
Take anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. No Christian can be labeled anti-Semite knowing Jesus is Jew. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you.
A lot of people thought,
wow, incredible.
Thought this sudden change of heart was suspicious. And to make matters even weirder, after this post, Ye went missing. No interviews, no social media, no paparazzi, nothing. This was getting scary. Ye
Oh,
said
our
himself just a
tank
few
is
weeks
stupid.
before his disappearance.
If
I'm
I ever
stupid.
went
Wow.
anywhere, we'd know why. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Rumors were swirling that Kanye was
Incredible. Imagine he didn't pull that whole fucking room like a stupid fuck.
assassinated. But then all of a sudden, he was spotted out in public with some mystery woman. But this wasn't enough to convince everyone that Ye was actually alive.
Whoa, he looks huge there, dude.
Kanye West been cloned? People have taken to social media with height comparisons of Kanye and various celebrities before and after the supposed.
He looks like a Roblox character. Also, I wouldn't doubt that he would be wearing some kind of high heels or something, especially consider, I don't know, maybe he feels self-conscious because of Pete David Buttigieg. Which one of the did him date? I'm so confused.
The cloning took place. West's height is 5'8", and here he is with his former wife Kim Kardashian, who is 5'2". West's new wife, Bianca Censori, is purportedly only 1 inch shorter than him at 5'7", but there are multiple photographs showing Censori who looks much shorter than West wearing heels, even while he's more or less barefoot.
Bro
Okay.
really married the first Kim Kardashian lookalike he could get his hands on. But what if she's not just a lookalike? What if she's also a clone?
Oh my god, it makes perfect sense. That's why Kanye's calmed down.
Kanye's new wife is a clone of a clone. Kim Kardashian didn't survive the
A clone of a clone. That's so real, dude.
2009 robbery. And she was cloned. Bianca Censori. Kanye's new wife is just a clone of Kim Kardashian. You heard right. She is just a clone of...
Even with all that fucking plastic surgery, she still doesn't look like her. What the fuck?
Kim Kardashian, but not just a clone of Kim.
Stop saying all white people look the same. It makes me sad.
They Rick Morty this crap. They made her a clone of a clone.
Now, guys, this goes a lot deeper, okay? We're just at the tip of the iceberg right now. So
Tip of my wiener.
Stick around. These
Inappropriate.
theories about celebrities getting replaced with clones actually goes back way further than you'd think. Back to 1969.
Wasn't there one with James Franco, but he's a vampire, I think is this conspiracy theory. He's a vampire, not a clone.
When everybody thought Paul McCartney died and was replaced with a lookalike.
There was even one report that McCartney was killed 3 years ago in an auto accident and a double put in his place.
Just because he wasn't wearing any shoes on this album cover. No, I'm not joking, but hey, it was the 60s. Everybody was high on LSD, so what can you do? Fast forward to 2011. You guys remember Avril Lavigne? I don't, because most of my long-term memory was wiped out after I overdosed on nitrous oxide in 20.
What the fuck? I remember her. She was cool. Everybody at my grade had a crush on her. It was so interesting. I was jerking off to Britney Spears though, bro. How can you fucking not? She's crazy, bro. I think that, and I kind of understand the conservatorship now. To be honest with you, she's fucking out of her mind. But God bless her, because she's shown titty, you know.
2019. But apparently she was a very popular singer in the early 2000s. Her debut album, Let Go, sold 16 million copies and was nominated for 2 Grammys. But unfortunately, she passed away
I only have 1 Grammy. My other one died
shortly after the album's release. Now, you're probably saying to yourself,
when I was young, I never really got to meet her, you know, sad stuff.
Danny, you schmuck. Avril Lavigne released several albums after that one. Huh. That's where you're wrong, because most of those albums weren't made by Avril. They were made by Avril's body double, Melissa.
I fucking knew it. I didn't know the name, but I knew that, you know?
See, after the surprise success of her debut album, Avril was having a hard time adjusting to fame, and eventually it got to be too much and she hanged herself. Her parents were
That's very weird, specific, but okay.
Devastated by the loss of their daughter, and her record company was devastated by the loss of millions of dollars.
Of course, so they recreated her. Oh my god, this makes so much sense.
So the record company execs convinced Avril's parents to keep her death on the down low, at least until her next album came out, since it was already fully recorded at that point. So they came up with the brilliant idea to replace Avril with a body double.
The real Avril Lavigne died in September 2003 by unaliving herself. Because she was depressed, anxious, she couldn't handle being the most famous person in the world at her age, and her grandfather just died, who was her everything. But after she died, her label wanted to capitalize off of the massive career she was building, so they replaced her with an actress who looks just like her, Melissa Vandella. She was dressing different, her nose looks very different. The inner corner of her eye used to have a round slope, and now
You guys ever think that maybe she just got older or got plastic surgery, or we're not really thinking about that one, huh?
it doesn't. The moles and freckles in her arms are now in different positions. Her height on Google changed suddenly. Her handwriting was different. This eerie photo of Avril posing with the word Melissa on her hand as if she's sending a message. The way Avril sounds and sings were completely different.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
You ever think that she got older? Like, what the fuck? A lot of things change as you get older. Especially if you smoke cigarettes.
The reason I bring this up is because the
especially if you smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Lavigne thing sparked a whole new genre of conspiracy theories that basically every celebrity on the planet that you can think of has been cloned at one point or another. Will Smith, Britney Spears, Eminem, even
Will Smith wishes. Maybe he can get a clone and have the clone date his wife. Or maybe you can clone Tupac and That can date his wife.
Kevin Hart, bro. They got Kevin Hart.
How you doing? I have a clone. I was going to say that. There's two of you. Cat's out the bag. Okay? It's about a good 3 of me.
Oh, and it's not just celebrities that are being cloned, okay? It's also world leaders like Kim Jong-un and even Joe Biden. But guys, it gets even more insane than that. There's this guy by the name of Donald Marshall. He claims that the secret shadow government that runs the world has been running underground cloning facilities since the 50s, where they have clones of pretty much every famous person you can think of.
Queen Elizabeth is there. Stephen Harper, Canadian Prime Minister.
They're very specific.
Obama is there.
Obama?
Vladimir Putin is there. The Pope is even there.
Wow.
All kinds of heads of different factions.
The Poop himself, baby.
Of different things. The head of the Mexican drug cartel is there. Mafia in Italy.
What about the feet? Are they there too? Or?
Is there, man. Everybody is there.
But who is this schmuck? And how does he have so much information about this if it's such a big secret?
Because he knows, dude. He fucking knows, brother.
Well, apparently Donald was cloned himself. At the age of 5, he was kidnapped and a clone of him was made against his will. But he didn't remember any of that until he was 30 years old because I guess he had repressed memories or something.
I was memory repressed about the cloning stuff until I was 30 years old. They call it the awakening when they give you back the memories.
And I know this sounds like the plot.
Right, that makes a lot of sense. They start giving you back memories. I remember that. Yep, I remember that. Just now they just gave that memory back to me. This is fucking crazy. What about Shadow Wizard Money Gang? What about that one, dude?
A lot of a bad sci-fi movie, but bear with me. In 2011, after gaining his memory back, Donald wrote a book titled "Exposing the Illuminati's REM-Driven."
Do you think that these people like believe this, or do you think do you think that these people actually believe what they're saying, or do you think that they like they're just lying? Because I feel like some of these people have convinced themselves that what they're saying is like actually authentic, but it's hard to believe. You know, I think some people are just fucking crazy. But as I get older, I can almost understand like a particular life experience leading you to feel a certain way about things. I know that sounds really weird and vague, but I almost get it, you know? It's bizarre. You know, all this talk of like spirituality and religion and this and that and stuff, and it just makes you feel like maybe things are crazy as fuck, you know?
Cloning subculture. Kind of a long-winded title, gotta be honest. I would have picked something more catchy, but whatever. So what the hell is an REM-driven clone?
REM-driven clone. Okay, now what that means, when you go to sleep, the Illuminati, this is their main form of communication too. They don't call people on the phone. They don't meet at the Bohemian Grove anymore. Since they got cloning, they meet at the cloning station when they go to sleep. Each of them, I don't know how they do it exactly, okay, or else I'd know how to block it. But they can transfer your consciousness into a
Why am I invisible?
Clone at the cloning station if they have a clone of you.
Yeah, so from what I gather, it's kind of like that Black Mirror episode with Aaron Paul. As soon as the person falls asleep, their clone wakes up and they can control it while their actual body is sleeping.
That's interesting. But but I feel like that would defeat the purpose of sleep, kind of. Like you would get your body rest. I understand that, but like what about your brain rest? I mean, if your brain is still functioning to the degree that it controls your clone, wouldn't your mind not be able to finish resting? Right? Like that makes sense, no?
The thing he said is that any damage done to your clone is felt by the real person. So if somebody punched your clone in the balls, you would just randomly feel it as you were going about your business.
It might come, yeah. That's crazy.
Kind of like a voodoo doll. And apparently, this can also be used to whack people. They can give people aneurysms.
I was just saying that.
And kill them while making it look like natural causes.
If they apply a constant electronic...
They wouldn't be able to be like, oh, they had an aneurysm? Like it's a natural cause? Okay.
Current to your clone, you will have an aneurysm. If you're younger, it'll take a little bit longer with the electric current, but...
So how is this guy still alive after exposing all these dark secrets?
You know, imagine all these secrets like are real. Like they are actually exposing things. But we think they're so crazy that like nobody actually cares. So they get to be like, yeah, they say whatever they want, but nobody believes them because they're fucking crazy. They sound crazy. That's something to think about.
Well, apparently, he's such a good songwriter that they can't afford to get rid of him. He says he's written pretty much every hit song of the 21st century.
That makes
Keep walking. I started singing like original songs there, just right out of the blue. Turns out the first one, people liked it, and they had a famous person use it, and then they came back for more, and I made more, and other people came back and wanted to hear more. Then they started bringing me there every single night, and all these people wanted to meet me after I made a certain amount of songs. You know,
this makes perfect fucking sense.
Thought that I had some kind of like super talents to them. All the richest people around, music producers and stuff all went there, wanting songs from me too.
Now, this is where it all comes full circle, because our boy Donald, he basically invented Kanye. Kanye West has performed the many songs I have made as a REM-driven clone version of myself from the cloning center. Through the process of consciousness transfer from my original body to my duplicate REM-driven clone, Kanye West still attends the cloning center as a REM-driven clone version of himself.
I feel like Kanye West might say that this is true. I feel like he might consider saying, yeah, you know?
Fuck, man, this whole time I thought Kanye was a musical genius, but it turns out he's just a talentless hack and got all his songs written by...
Turns out he's just a white guy.
The true genius, that is Donald Marshall. So keep that in mind next time you're bumping Graduation. I'm not really sure what this one is implying.
Aliens, probably, because apparently, well, first of all, those are not actual, like, legitimate, like, live pictures. That's number one. Number two, they're going to be like, well, there's similar infrastructure, there must be aliens. That's probably what they're going to say. Yeah, there probably is similar infrastructure, and that has something to do with some kind of culture swapping. There were wanderers back in the day, but more than anything else, there's probably a biological grounding in some of the appeal to structures and different things that we may invent and create. So
honestly, I've been watching,
or at least that's what they want you to believe, you know?
Watching this video on a loop for the past 3 hours, and I still don't get it. But, you know, I was scrolling through this man's profile, and he is an absolute goldmine. Now, this mother sucker is alleging that all U.S. presidents are related, and someone in the comments asked if he had
let's watch him fuck then. That could be hot.
Any proof to back up his claim, and I shit you not, this schmuck replied with, "This needs no proof."
That's
I fucking
true.
love this guy, man. He's
That's
like
true. They're all white. They're all Christian. They're all men. Probably all related.
The perfect representation of the failure of the U.S. educational system. I could do an entire video on this guy, but sadly we got...
Yeah, because they don't know. Because you don't know, right? It's like a failure because we should all already know about this because it's fucking real, dude. It's fucking real.
Gotta move on.
All right, man. Well, good video. I always love a good Dantavius.